Hensley here with the Urban Homestead. Our website is www.oldvaapples.com. It is February the 9th, if I remember right, on a Sunday afternoon, and I wanted to talk a little bit about not our work with apple trees. It's that time of the year when we have a little bit of a lull in our work, and we've been doing some woodwork and some artwork to fill our time, kind of holed up here like some Eskimos in the cold and trying to make use of our time inside. And we're partial to doing repurposing is the term that's being thrown around there now. Salvage, taking old materials, salvaging them, and getting a nice piece of furniture out of it or a piece of artwork. And I'm sitting here by a piece that we actually were out driving one evening, and someone had set this old desk out by the road. I guess you'd call this a drop top desk, a folding top desk, and it was actually in pretty good shape. The top had come off, the hinges were off here, but and then there was a spot here where this thing needed to be glued up. It had split loose just a tad. It was still easy to handle, and we glued that, and then I ended up having to put a screw in there to actually hold the thing together. And so we brought it in here and sanded around on it, and then put some restained it, and then just waxed it and buffed out that wax, used paste wax, and the result I think is just very striking. One thing here, we do have the old drawer pull, the bail and posts are missing here, but these are available. These are available commonly as reproductions or even old ones on the market. So we plan to get that so we can finish this thing off. So there's a piece that was almost a very nice piece that was just needed a little bit of attention. I imagine this was someone's project that they had gotten tired of looking at and had moved it around for 30 years in the garage, and they said, that's it, put it out by the road and someone else can have it. Well, there are we've got some other things here, repurposed work. Actually, here's a chair that someone set out, a Malone chair, and we just very quickly put some pallet wood in the bottom of this thing to make a seat out of this. I think I'll rework it. I just very quickly put this together, but it serves us okay. This piece right here was from a trunk that someone had set out by the road, and we opened it up, and lo and behold, here was this wooden framework inside here, and we said, well, we'll put that up on the wall and get us a nice bookshelf. You can see some of the old fabric is still in this thing. We've got a few more pieces here I can show you quickly. Here's a ladder that it was a cast off, no longer need this thing set out for somebody to pick up, and we've put some strapping here on the back to hold these books. Can't really see that, but now it's serving as a bookshelf here. Here is actually this table here is made from pallets and an old door that Aubrey's hiding under here. A pallet and an old door. Here's the handle of the door. We've used some old bed framing here to make legs for this thing, and this is just an old rough workbench for us here. Pallet top, we've sanded that down and it works very well. Here's another pallet piece with a shelving board, and we've put some white paint and sanded here and put the stain on this, and it's given it a very rustic, distressed finish, and real pleased with how that thing turned out. Right over here is another piece. We were out one day and we saw where someone had taken shutters off of their house, old wooden shutters, and I thought, well, that wood there's still serviceable, and sure enough, here's the ornaments from the shutters. And we kind of touched those up, painted them, left this other wood looking pretty distressed, but it's turned out, putting it together, it's turned out to make a pretty fine bookshelf. Well, we'll turn the corner here. Now we have some of Eli's work. Eli's actually doing the filming here, and he likes to draw, and he just got to working on this the other day and put together a silhouette piece, only it's brown with the black in the background. And then here was another piece that he's done with it's a night sky, maybe the winter sky, with this pretty blue that you get this time of the year. And I think he's going to give these pieces to somebody as a gift. And so very Some very pretty work. Aubrey's got a piece right here, and she's following Eli's model, and she's doing a little artwork as well. Well, we've got a couple of other pieces. Try not to be long here. A couple of other pieces will go down into the belly of the beast, into our old Victorian house. Sometimes these stairways in these old houses, you wonder if you're going to get there or not. They're so steep and narrow. But we'll head down here and show you a couple of other pieces that we're working on. And be careful as we come along here. Well, we're in the basement now, and I wanted to show you a piece that Aiden has been working on. He's done one of these pallet chests recently, and now here's another one that he's put together, starting with a 2x4 more or less bottom. This is a pallet with the scallop cut. He's put 4 of those together, then come with his uprights, and then has done these pallet wood sides. And as you can see, they give a nice distressed, rough sort of a look. But he sanded these down, and so this would double as a coffee table and as a storage trunk. And let's see, you put a natural stain on this, and then he's put some paste wax and rubbed that out, and it's given this a nice natural finish. And then for the top, he's taken an old door and cut a section out of it, and then to accentuate these panels, rather than to make an excuse for them, he's put some white paint here on the edges, and then in the center here's some green, and then sanded those a little bit to give this thing a little bit of an aged look. And then same thing underneath here. It was already painted white, but he sanded it down and given it an older look. And so we think that this is a fine piece. Aiden is going to put this down at the furniture store where we take the things that we're making like this. It's Everything Goes in Bristol. I believe their website is everythinggoesfurniture.com. It's in Bristol, Virginia. So we'd encourage you to check that out. We'll go here into another section of the basement and show you a couple of other pieces. Really just this chair is not really done, but this was a salvage piece from the Salvation Army. The old chair didn't have much price on it, no bottoms, and we've just put some new wooden bottoms, and we'll sand here and repaint, and boy, these are heavy. So we look forward to getting these pieces done, and we'll put these down at Everything Goes as well. This piece we're pretty proud of. This was a wardrobe that someone had set out. It didn't look like this to begin with. Before, when we picked it up, it was just in pieces, and this actually had 2 drawers, and the drawers were banged up, and so somebody decided they didn't want to do anything with this. So we took the drawers out, discarded those, and put some shelving board in the bottom here. And then this side of this wardrobe was movable shelving, so we just made use of that. This side was more drawers. There was a whole series of them, and they were sort of cheap. And so I said, well, let's just get rid of those old cheap drawers, and we put some coat hangers in here. And so we've sort of converted this thing over to a catch-all shelf. One thing I should note is that the back of this was more or less just pasteboard, and it was flimsy, and it made this thing, it would rock because it didn't have much reinforcement. So we took an old door here that we'd come by. This door never been used, actually. It's actually a completely new door, but you can see the panels of the door here on the inside, and we trimmed that thing to fit the width of this piece of furniture here, and put a little bit of ornament here with it, some other trim pieces of wood, and we've ended up with a pretty nice catch-all shelf, repurposed from these old pieces. I wasn't quite sure what to do with this bottom, and Eli said, well, hey, why don't you get that old shutter there? You can trim that and make doors out of that. And we had the knobs here. So I said, I believe that's the thing to do. And Aiden had some suggestions about how we could make this what we had work. And so we trimmed these pieces and put us a little latch here. And we're very proud of how this thing has turned out. So some repurposed, salvaged furniture. And this piece we're going to take down to Everything Goes. We'd be real pleased for somebody to pick it up down there. And but very shortly, when we get all these pieces out of here, just in the next week or so, it's going to be time for us to start grafting. And this room will be filled with scion wood and rootstock, and we'll be up to our ears in grafts. And Aubrey's going to be taping, and Aiden and Eli will be helping. So we're looking forward to that as well. Well, thank you. Our website is www.oldvapples, and it's Tim Hensley.